Now that the Supreme Court has legalized same-sex marriage in all 50 states, you have Christians that are absolutely against this particular position. And the reason why they are against this position is because of the fact that they say that same-sex marriage is against this alleged God's will, if you will. And it simply isn't biblical. And it is also disgusting. Now, I think that it's pretty safe to say that Christians have been saying this all of the time, plain and simple. And I want to put emphasis on disgusting because we are going to take a look into the Bible and see what it has to say about marriage. I would like to start by saying that I want to read a part of this article to you guys because I think that it does an excellent job in regards to showing us what this alleged God allows and what is allegedly biblical. And I would like to start by saying Bible believers are beside themselves about the prospect that marriage norms and laws are changing. But let me tell you a secret about Bible believers that I know because I was one. Most don't actually read their Bibles. If they did, they would know that the biblical model of sex in marriage has little to do with the one they so loudly defend. Sex in the Bible includes rape, incest, master slaves, sexual relations, captive virgins, and more. Of course, just because a story is told in the Bible doesn't mean it is intended as a model for moral behavior. Does God forbid or command the behavior? Is it punished or rewarded? In the New Testament stories, does Jesus change the rules or leave them alone? By these criteria, the Bible not only describes many forms of sexual relationships, including sexually coercive relationships, it gives them the divine thumbs up. Nowhere does the Bible say don't have sex with someone who doesn't want to have sex with you. Consent in the Bible is not a thing. Furthermore, none of the norms that are endorsed and regulated in the Old Testament law, polygamy, sexual slavery, coerced marriage of young girls, are revised, reversed, or condemned by Jesus. In fact, the writer of Matthew puts these words in the mouth of Jesus. Do not think that I have come to abolish the law or the prophets. I have not come to abolish them, but to fulfill them. I tell you the truth, until heaven and earth disappear, not the smallest letter, not the least stroke or a pen will by any means disappear from the law, until everything is accomplished. Matthew 5:17 and 18. The law of which Jesus speaks is the law of Moses, or the Torah, and anyone who claims the Bible is the perfect word of an omniscient, omnipotent, omnibenevolent God should have the decency to read the Torah carefully and then keep going. There's a little bit more that I want to read to you guys, but keep in mind that the article in its entirety will be in the description down below. Now, polygamy. Polygamy is a norm in the Old Testament and accepted in the New Testament. BiblicalPolygamy.com has pages dedicated to 40 biblical figures, each of whom had multiple wives. The list includes patriarchs like Abraham and Isaac. King David and the first king of Israel may have limited himself to 8 wives, but his son Solomon, reputed to be the wisest man who ever lived, had 700 wives and 300 concubines, according to 1 Kings 11. When it comes to Christians and their behavior, they really amaze me because they expect everybody to adhere to their own standard of marriage. Yet at the same time, these Christians cannot even adhere to their alleged good books standard of marriage. And this is another prime example of why I cannot and will not take Christianity seriously. It is ridiculousness at its finest. They want everybody to think like them. They want everybody to behave like them. They want everybody to live their lives like them. But at the same time, they cannot even live the lives that their alleged good book promotes. It makes them look like a bunch of hypocrites. And I want to take this opportunity to make a real quick suggestion to you Christians. In this country, things are changing for the better. Social development is moving forward, and it's something that you guys are going to have to get used to, whether you like it or not.